Hey, it's Russell Carter, GrowThatRealty.com, and it is always wonderful to be back in my home state of California. Wait, what? I'm not in California? Then where am I? Oklahoma? This is Oklahoma? Nah. Hey, it's Russell Carter, GrowThatRealty.com, and I am at Lake Hefner, which is a very popular place here in the Oklahoma City metro. You have a lot of people that like to rollerblade, like this nice lady behind me. People like to fish, walk their dogs. I mean, it is a very, very popular place here in the Oklahoma City metro. Now, when people find out I'm from California, they always ask me one of two questions. They always ask me, how the heck did I get here? And why the heck am I still here? You know, here's the weird thing about Oklahomans. Even though they're very prideful about their state, they're always surprised that someone would willingly want to move here. And you got to ask the question, why Oklahoma? Why are so many Californians moving to Oklahoma? Now, if you watch a lot of other YouTube videos about the subject, most people are going to say people are moving to Oklahoma because of cost of living, cost of living, cost of living, cost of living. But it's more than just that. If it was just cost of living, how come Californians aren't flooding to Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, okay? Nebraska, Kansas, it's cheap to live there too. And here's the deal. Californians have been moving to Oklahoma for the past 40 years. And one of the main reasons that is because of the Dust Bowl. Basically what happened in the Dust Bowl is Oklahoma farmland basically got wiped out of all nutrition because the farmers had over-planted their crops and it pretty much turned to dust, okay? And so a lot of those farmers moved to, guess where? California. So after living in California for 30, 40, 50 years, a lot of those people decided to come back, okay? And even though they liked Oklahoma, the kids and grandkids were kind of like, yeah, this place really isn't all that cool. However, the city realized they had an opportunity. They realized that they were getting a lot of people coming back to Oklahoma, and they had to change. And so that's why they pushed for the MAPS projects. The MAPS project revitalized downtown. It helped the lakes. It made the walking trails. It is really the backbone of what made Oklahoma City from a place that people were like, that place kind of sucks, to people going, you know what, this place isn't that bad. And all of a sudden, within 15 to 20 years, a lot of those people who came back, and as their grandkids and kids came to visit them, people started to realize Oklahoma City really wasn't that bad. And then you started having not just older Oklahomans come back, you started having younger people come. And now you have people who don't even have family here that are moving here. Why? Because there's kind of a California family. There's a strong California presence in the state of Oklahoma. When I take my kid to school each and every day, I see 1 to 2 California license plates. Now, does the cost of living help? Yes, it does. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, there are a lot of people who are taking jobs to make less money in Oklahoma, but because they have equity in their homes in California, they're selling them and they're buying basically 4,000 square foot homes in gated communities for cash. And you don't have to be rich to do it. There are people who have been teaching in California public schools and they've been living in a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath house that they paid $400,000 for. And they're selling them for like $700,000. Again, moving here isn't all about cost of living, but there are some perks. Like I said, it's not everything, okay? But cost of living does play a factor into this. However, the main reason why I think so many Californians kind of flood to Oklahoma is because it's familiar, because there are so many people here. And you start to realize that, in my opinion, most of the suburbs in Oklahoma are just like California suburbs. They're just in Oklahoma. They feel the same. There's a Target, there's a Walmart, there's a Whole Foods, there's a Sprouts. The kids' school is is around the corner. Now, are both states exactly the same? God, no. Look, Oklahoma's going to be a lot more conservative than California. And for some people, that's exactly what they want. They want to live in a place that's just a little bit more conservative. And that's okay. Not everybody from California is a true blue Democrat. All right. Now, as for Oklahoma City, it is an inclusive place. Okay. Even though we're conservative here in Oklahoma, Oklahoma City is going to have a Pride Parade. We're going to have Pride Month. We're going to have a Juneteenth celebration. Okay. But the difference between Oklahoma City and maybe California is in Oklahoma City, you get to choose what you support. In California, some people feel like they're being forced into supporting things that they may not agree with. Okay? Here, you get to choose. If you want diversity, if you want to experience new things, you can. You can do that here. Okay? But if you're someone that just wants to go to work every day and live your life, you can do that as well. The pace of living here is also much slower. I mean, when I was in California, I always felt like I was hustling. And don't get me wrong, you have to hustle no matter where you're living. But in Oklahoma, things are just much slower here. In fact, I'm going to show you some video of the lunch rush on Lake Hefner Parkway. If you're from California, there's a lot of times you're like, I've never seen a highway this open in the middle of the day. Yeah, it happens here. Okay? It's Oklahoma. Now, is Oklahoma perfect? No, of course not. No place is perfect. Okay? I'm not trying to sell Oklahoma as the end-all be-all of a perfect place. Okay? But it's a cool place to live. All right? And it's flooded with people from California. So, if you want to be in a place that you're surrounded by a lot of Californians, which gives you that sense of being at home, but also want to live in a place that's economical, it's a good place to be, okay? Now, if you're thinking about moving to Oklahoma, go ahead, give me a call or shoot me a text, or just log on to my website, growthatrealty.com. I promise, if you got questions, I'll answer them. All right, see you on the next video.